Good morning, everyone. My name is Susan, and welcome to our wonderful half-hour Pilates class. All right, so let us begin. Starting with the breath. The breathing is in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, when you exhale, I want you to engage your core. So basically, suck your gut in every time you exhale. Large, forceful exhale like the letter H, and hollow. So breathing out into the chest, sideways, thoracic breathing, exhale. All right, so Pilates stance, heels together, feet into a V. Now for the first 4 breaths, I'm going to get you to engage a whole bunch of other places. So on the exhale, thighs together, pelvic floor, bring it up nice and tight, buttocks tight, belly button to spine, and I want you to visualize that you've got a belt tightening around your ribs, so everything is basically nice and tight, just for the first 4 breaths. Arms to the side of the body. Let's breathe together, inhaling through the nose. And just keep breathing, inhaling. Exhale, just engage everything, squeeze everything nice and tight on the exhale. These are called pillars or press points. Keep going. And one more breath. All right, perfect. Release the heels, roll the shoulders out. So we're just going to do a nice little warm up and then we'll get busy. I just want you to remember, do what you can, listen to your body, respect your limitations. If something we're going to do is not going to feel good or cause you any pain, or if you have a condition that's going to, get that condition going, take it easy, okay? Even if you end up doing one, don't worry about it. Let's go. Inhale up. Exhale. Belly button to spine for the rest of the class now. Keep going. Inhale up. Let's warm up the body. Let's connect with that breath. Again, up. And down. All right, roll the shoulders out. All right, let's do some calf raises. So I really want you to, this is going to work on your balance, but also the toes, the feet, the ankles, and the calves. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up onto the balls of the feet and come down. So to help you concentrate on what you're doing and with your balance is find a little focal point right on the floor and just stare at it. That might help. Now the arms can stay to the side of the body to help you with your balance, but if you're feeling extra balanced today, you can bring your arms up to the ceiling, which is what I'll do. Ready? Let's go. Inhale up. And just do what you can. This is just a warm up. Now press down the balls of the feet, dig those toes in if that helps. Up again. And one more time, up. And down. All right, relax, roll the shoulders out, release the legs, roll the ankles, shake them up, release those calves. All right, let's do another one. Standing nice and tall, arms to the side. Inhale, arms back as you look over the right shoulder. Exhale, arms down, look forward. To the left. Now this will warm up the shoulders gently, a nice gentle stretch. Go to the right again, releasing the chest, the pectorals, and warming up the shoulders again. And keep that breath going. One more time. And down, roll the shoulders out. All right, let's do one more. So I want you to come to the front of the mat. I'm going to go to the side here so you can see what I'm doing. I want you to take a step back with your right leg. Now the back foot's on a bit of an angle. Now just to make sure to check that your alignment, ankle, knee, hip, and foot are nice and lined up. Now, we're going to do a nice little squat. Let me show you quickly and we'll do it together. I'm going to find my lunge. Come down. I'm going to inhale up and exhale down. All right? So just do what you can to make sure that you're nice and comfortable and safe as far as how the distance of your stance. So rock back and forth. Make sure you're nice and anchored to the floor so you're not going to slip. All right, let's fold over. Ready? Let's go. Inhale up and down. Push up. Let's get a little fire into the thigh. Up. Inhale up. And exhale. Again, up. And down. Come up, stay here, breathe. One more. Arms down, bend, step forward. Shake it out if you have to. Let's go to the other side. I'll work this way here. Nice step back, back foot's on a bit of an angle. Check that everything is nice and lined up so your knee is nice and safe. Hips are square. Bend, over. Let's go. Inhale up. And up. Inhaling up, exhaling. Again, up. And one more, up. And bring yourself up, step forward, and shake it out. All right, that's our warm-up. Let's get down. So I want you to get down onto the floor. Today we're going to start with our hundreds. We're going to do all 3 of them. Now this particular one here, head and shoulders are going to be off the floor, all right? So when I say head and shoulders off the floor, and I want you to do a chin nod, when you get your shoulders off the floor and your head, the chin nod is the space between the chin and the chest, about the size of the fist. So when your head and shoulders are off the floor, make sure your chin is not way down here. Otherwise, you can't breathe. So a little bit of space, all right? So we're going to do all 3 of them, all right? So give it your best shot. Now, let me show you quickly. We're going to have our feet about a 45-degree angle. The hundreds, I'm going to do a demo first. Head and shoulders up. We're just going to breathe, and I want you to flap your hands as fast as you can, all right? It's a very small movement. Breath is still slow. Movement is fast. Ready? Head and shoulders up. Let's go. Start breathing. One more. Down and relax. All right, rest the shoulders. Let's do a little neck stretch right away. We're going to release the neck every time we work this one here. 2 fingers on the right side of the jaw. If you want, you can straighten your legs. Gently push your face to the left. Now this is normal breathing. We do a lot of stretching between exercises, and it's just normal breathing just to lower the heart rate and slow the breath down. And then when you're ready, push your face, 2 fingers of the left hand, push your face gently to the right, releasing the tension in the neck. If you find this is a little too much, just do a few of them. You don't have to do them all. All right, ready to go? Actually, if you want to give yourself a little hug as well, release the tension in the lower back. All right, let's do it again. Legs into table, arms up. Let's go. Breathe. One more. And down. And rest. If you want, you can stretch your legs out. Do your neck stretch right away. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. 2 fingers on the right side. Gently push your face to the left. Slow down the breath. Slow down the heart rate. Do the other side. Releasing the tension, even if you didn't use your neck, but most people end up using their neck muscles. You know, even if you have a strong core, it's almost like a reflex. So release that neck. All right, let's do it again. This is the 3rd one. If you find this one is a little too much, come back to this one or come back to this one here. And if you're getting a little tired, even if you end up doing just one more, don't worry about it. You don't have to do them all. Because I want every time you do something, I want you to have full control. So when you start losing control, that means your body's tired. That means you'll have to rest. So don't be shy. Ready? Let's go. One more. And down and rest. Do your neck stretch right away. Relax the shoulders. All right, perfect. Okay, and give yourself a little hug. Let's release the tension in the lower back. You can rock a little if you'd like. And then if you want, you can stretch your body out. Bring your hands over your head and lengthen. And let's stretch the belly out. All right. Now the stretches we do are not long. They're kind of quick little stretch. We just want to release the tension as it accumulates, all right? So like I said, We're only doing sets of 4. We're going to hold for 4. So if you find that, you're getting a little tired, getting a little wobbly and shapely, just do 1 or 2 or whatever, or skip it if you need to, all right? So remember, listen to your body and don't force, all right? So let's do some roll downs now. So let's get a little fire in the belly. Now, roll downs. So your knees are a little bit wider than your hips. Now, very important that your back stays straight, your head, neck is long, and you're looking forward. So let me show you. I'm going to inhale down and exhale up. Now, this depends on how strong your belly and your core is. If you find you can only go here, as soon as you go down and your belly gets hard and you kind of get stuck, that's when you exhale. Use the power of the exhale, belly button to spine, to help you come up. So pace yourself. We're going to do 7 of these. If you find you get tired, just reduce your movements or just come up and stop and rest. All right? Arms out, back is straight. Let's go. Inhale down and this one here is going to really work a lot of core muscles, but a lot of muscles in your back as well. That's why it's important to keep your back straight. You're going to feel the quads engaging. You're going to feel your nice little hip flexors as well. Let's go. Relax the shoulders. Just do it. Breathe. Exhale up. 2 more. Now, the next time you lean back, wherever you are, even if you're just here, stay and breathe. One more. And all the way. Now let's rest. Just gently open up your legs. Just let your knees fall down. You can round your back. Let your arms hang. Let your shoulders go limp. Bow your head. Rest. Rest your belly. Rest your back. Shoulders, everything. So this is our go-to little stretch between exercises, especially when we're sitting up. So this is a nice little place you can come to. All right, just relax. Perfect. All right, now let's see if we can do a roll up. That was a roll down. Let's do a roll up. Today we're just going to do a full roll up. So for those of you who like roll ups, all right, I'm sure you'll be happy about this one. Now let me show you quickly this one here, and I'll give you a plan B. Now, the one we just did were roll downs, okay? If you find you can't do a roll up, I want you to come back and do a few more of the roll downs that we just did. Now the full roll up, I'm coming all the way down, arms are over the head. Now I'm going to inhale. Now, the ones that we just did, the roll down, that place where you get stuck, let's say it's here, when you come from the floor, it's the same thing. When you get to that same place, that's when you exhale up. All right, so let's see if we can do 5, maybe 6 of these, all right? Try one if you can. If you can't do it, come up and do the roll downs. Come down, ready? Inhale, and if you can, grab your ankles, get an extra stretch while you're up here. Inhale, and let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And that's our lovely roll downs, all right? Roll the shoulders out, come down, and let's give yourself a little hug. Let's release that lower back, stretch it out, rock. So we just want to release the tension as it accumulates, okay? So if you find you need to stretch it out a little longer, take a few seconds and do that if you need to, all right? So now we're gonna get our legs up to the ceiling. Now, for those of you who don't have a very strong core, now getting your legs up to the ceiling like this takes core strength just to get them up here, let alone moving them around and having to think about breathing and what you're doing. So I always offer my students, so those of you who don't have a strong core, if you're just beginners, a nice little strap. Okay, this is about 2 meters, about 6 feet long. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to show you with the strap and without the strap. We're going to do leg circles. So your back is nice and anchored to the floor, shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to have the strap in both hands with one leg. I'm going to give you a couple of ways to do this. All we're going to do is you're going to inhale around and exhale to center. Now the size of the circle depends on how strong you are. This action is actually coming, it's working the thigh, but this is all coming from the hip. So you don't have to do a big circle, you can do a little one if you'd like. Those of you who are a little stronger, absolutely. If you would like to do a big giant circle, go ahead. Make sure your back and your hips do not leave the floor. No wiggling or wobbling around. Now, if you want, you can put the left foot on the floor, focus on the right one, either with the strap or without. And if you'd rather keep your leg up, absolutely. Make sure that left leg does not move. All right? Now, put a pencil between your toes and just imagine you're drawing a circle on the ceiling if that helps. We're just going to do one direction today. So let's go. Right leg, inhale around, exhale, and pause. Relax those shoulders. Keep going. I'm inhaling around, I'm exhaling and pausing. Again. One more. Round. Bend and rest. All right, stretch your legs out if you'd like. Don't forget, give yourself a little hug. Lengthen your body, just release, stretch it all out, and it's so important to release the lower back. All right, let's go to the other side. So, legs up. If you're using a strap, get your strap set up. You can put your foot on the floor. It's not cheating, it's just modifying. We're just focusing on this leg, the left leg anyway. All right, so, ready? Pick your direction. Let's go. Inhale around. Again, it doesn't matter on the size of the circle, depending on how you feel. All right, but I really want your back to be stable and anchored to the floor, so there should be no movement. The only thing moving is the leg. Let's do one more. Inhale around and bend and rest. Perfect. And that's it. Those are our single leg circles. All right, stretch it out. And your little hug. Perfect. All right, so we're going to do a single leg stretch and a tug and hug. So this one here is a little bit more involved. This is really getting a lot of fire in your belly. All right. So I'm going to give you two ways to do this one here. I'll demonstrate both ways, and you can decide on which one works for you. Now this one here, you can do this with your head and shoulders on the floor, or if you want to go a little further, head and shoulders off the floor with your chin nod. I'll show you both. On the floor. Left leg is floating off the floor. I'm hugging the right one. I'm going to inhale and exhale. Inhale, hug. Exhale, switch. All right, single leg stretch. Now, this is with head and shoulders on the floor. If you want head and shoulders off the floor, same thing. All right, I'm going to do mine with the head off the floor. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And one more on each side, and hold, breathe. Switch. One more, and slowly on the floor and rest. If you had your head and shoulders off the floor, quickly do a little stretch for your neck. I have a lot of core strength, but I always tend to use my neck for some reason. I don't know why. So just release it. Don't worry about it, but stretch the neck out if you need to, and give yourself a little hug. Now, guess what? Now we get to do both of them. This is the tug and hug. Now the same thing, head and shoulders on or off the floor. Now here we're going to start with 1 o'clock. Arms over the head. Let me show you quickly. I'm going to inhale, hug, exhale. All right? So legs are about 1 o'clock. If you want to have them straighter, it's fine. If you're a little stronger and you want to go a little lower, absolutely. But if you go lower, make sure that your back is nice and stable and your belly doesn't start pooching up. All right? Ready? Let's go. Inhale, hug. Exhale. Head and shoulders on the floor is fine. Inhale, hug. And one more. Up. And now, the next time you hug, let's hold it. Stay here. Breathe. Out. Breathe. One more. And down. And rest. Whew, that'll get a lot of fire in your belly. So just take a second or two. Just slow everything down. Slow down the heart rate and the breathing, and give yourself a hug. Really release that lower back. Stretch your body out if you want to lengthen and stretch out your core muscles. Perfect. All right, so from here, let's work some hips. All right, so what I want you to do, actually, I do provide little pads for my students, especially when we're on the mat with your hips or any time you need extra padding. You can use, this is a little Pilates mat that I actually cut. You can use a little thin blanket or a thin little towel if you want. Make yourself comfortable, all right, on your mat. Now, let's lay onto the back along the side of the mat, the length of the, I want you to bend the bottom knee in. Now, make sure that you're nice and comfortable. Your head is resting in your hand. If you want to have your head on your arm, some people like to have a little pillow here, that's fine. Now, everything's nice and lined up. Your body is anchored to the floor. The bottom knee is out, so you can stabilize yourself. The top hand is your kickstand, your stabilizer. This is going to help you from rocking and moving around. Try not to move your body. Let's focus on I'm working with my left hip here, all right? So this is all range of motion, mobility of the hip. Take it easy. If this is going to cause you any pain, you don't have to do it, or just kind of modify it a little bit, adjust it as you go along. We're going to do a forward kick. We're going to inhale, heel out, exhale, toe back. That's it. Now, when you bring your leg back, line it up to your back. Those of you who are a little stronger, you can kick back a little further if you'd like. But if you kick back further, make sure that your body doesn't start rocking and rolling. Nothing should be moving. You are stuck to the floor. The only thing moving is this leg. So, ready? Let's go. Inhale, exhale. Relax the shoulders, just breathe. Inhale out, don't forget belly butt to spine, suck your gut in every time you exhale. 2 more. And now the next time you kick out, stay here, breathe. And rest. Now, the top knee, put it on the floor, the bottom leg, if you want to stretch it out a little bit, and just rest. All right? If you need to bring your whole body on the floor, come all the way down. Take a little rest. All right? This is a go-to little stretch. It's just going to lengthen, rest the hip, and relax your thigh. Now, from here, let's go into our bellies. We're going to do some heel beats. This is a transition to the other hip. Now, pelvis and hips nicely anchored to the floor. And if you want, you can rest your chin on your stacked hands or lift your head up a little bit. This is going to work our buttocks, our glutes. So knees stay on the floor, get your feet slightly off the floor, and we're going to click our heels. So I want you to your feet just to be hovering, all right? So let's do 8 of these. So click fast as you can. Breath is slow. Pilates breath. Let's go. The faster you go, the more you're going to feel it. This is all about the buttocks, the glutes, engaging, isolating our glutes. Get a little fire down there. Let's go. Keep going. Fast. If you find it's too intense, just slow down your clicking. You can make those adjustments as you go along. Let's do 2 more. And down. Rest. Just have a little rest. Let your legs go limp. Let your buttocks just kind of go limp. All right, let's do a little stretch. From here, I want you to come up very slowly. If your back is tight, take it easy. And I want you just to lean back. Just lean back. So this is called our little shell. So this is a very nice stretch, lengthening the spine, stretching out the hips, the buttocks, the thighs. It's a nice overall body stretch called the little shell. All right, very slowly, let's go to the other hip now. All right. Make sure that your hip is comfortable. You set up your little pad underneath your hip. Line everything up. Now, nice and anchored to the floor. Top leg is nice and straight. Hips are lined up. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Try to relax the shoulders. Just focus on the breath. Kiss your spine with your belly button every time you exhale. And one more out. Stay here. Breathe. And stack your knees. Just relax here for a second. Okay, we're going to roll onto our backs. We're going to do a nice stretch called a reverse pigeon. Rolling onto your back. This is just to stretch your hips out. Left leg up, right foot on the left knee. You can bend the left knee. Right hand on the right knee, left behind the thigh, and just gently pull. Not too hard. This is a nice stretch, releasing, stretching out the hip, the right hip, but also the hamstring, the thigh, the buttock, the pelvic floor area. This is a nice stretch to release that sciatic nerve. Go to the other side when you're ready. This is just a stretch of just normal breathing. Reverse pigeon. We do this in our yoga class as well. All right, and give yourself a hug. Stretch your body out if you have to. All right. From here, slowly get yourself up and as graceful as you can at this point, let's get into our table now, onto our hands and knees. Let's do some cat and cow. This is just normal breathing. It's just a stretch. So head up, sacrum up, C-scoop, spine, and then arch the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Lengthening the spine. When you come up into your cow, you get a stretch into your chest, you stretch out your belly. And when you get into your little cat, you lengthen the spine, releasing upper back, lower back. This is a really good stretch for your lower back. Couple more. From here, I want you to curl the toes. Let's get ourselves up to standing. Come up nice and slow. All right, roll the shoulders out, shake it all out. Let's do a few stretches and we're done. Nice wide V, right arm up and reach. Just go as far as comfortable. This is a V lateral stretch. So lengthening the side of the body. This is going to stretch everything out. A nice lateral flexion of the spine too. Keeping our spine nice and balanced and safe and strong. Let's go to the other side. Reach, stretch it out. Come up, all the way. All right, let's get for a V straddle split. Hinging at the hips. If you want, bend the knees or keep them straight. If this makes you dizzy, come down halfway. Don't worry about it. It's just a stretch. All right. V straddle split. Really nice stretch for the back of the legs. Walk your hands to the left. Get a nice stretch onto the right side of your body, inner thigh of the right leg. And a nice hamstring stretch. Walk to center. Come to the other side. This is all normal breathing. Come to center. When you're ready, bend the knees, come up very slowly, reversing the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. And let's get those feet and legs together. Roll it out, and we're all done. Give yourself a big hug for joining me today. A big hug for me and for you. And a clap for us and all our friends. And thanks again. That was wonderful. Feels good. All right, keep the blood flowing, keep everything circulating, and keep a little smile on our face too. So thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you again soon. Stay tuned. I'll be doing a 2-part hatha yoga class and also a lovely chair yoga class. All right, so have a wonderful day.